So, so these tools, like you said, it alleviates suffering, not to the extent that everything is removed, but it helps to go through life with an ease and a confidence that I did not know existed before.
And ease and a confidence. Can you elaborate that?
Well, before, let's say years ago, if I had an off day or if I had an off moment, I would allow that feeling, that offness, if you quote unquote, to expand and to go into maybe 3 days, maybe more. I would allow it to go into a day, maybe, like I said, 3 days. And it would disrupt my whole routine. It would kind of stop me in my tracks. And I could not be the same person that I was before that moment. And it just created this person that I didn't want to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now, this morning was an off morning. I didn't sleep very well. I didn't get my workout in before this session.
Oh, yes.
And then the things that have not been bothering me seem to bother me. But I know that these skills, I'll practice these skills and I'll feel better. And I will be able to then change my mood and go through my day and not allow this offness, this moment to define my day. It will change.
So did this kind of a moment when you felt off, did that define your day before?
Absolutely. It became my day. It became who I was. It became, I'm off. Therefore, everything I see in the day or everything that happens to me then is off. And so then I just continue being off. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, however we want to describe it. And I would allow everything else that happened to validate that offness and continue to let that expand instead of becoming aware and choosing to change and what I'm feeling and allowing that to be my new normal instead of that offness that I had.
Yeah, when you say that, it reminds me of when we were kids, we would say, you woke up like someone crapped in your Cheerios, you know? and it's true. Like, that's how I would feel. I'd be like, man, she's grumpy this morning, you know? You crapped in my Cheerios. But it really is. It's like, am I going to act like that all day long because something went awry for that moment? Am I going to make that be how I feel and how I'm going to behave the whole day? Or can I really change that?
Oh, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
But I had the belief that no, because it started that way, it had to end that way.
Mm-hmm.
I had to allow that to expand. Well, why not choose something different? Why not say, this is how I'm feeling? Can I share with you something?
Yeah.
Okay. Just last night.
Yes.
I had an experience happen that we were, those new frames, they're called AURA or Aura or something like that, Aura frames, where you send pictures to you send pictures
through email.
Like then that person can see all these frames. Well, my mother got a frame and from my sister-in-law and they put that out there. And so we were sending pictures and I had a moment where I did not want to see the pictures that were on all the pictures that were sent to my mother-in-law's frames. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to be super vulnerable.
I love your vulnerability, by the way. It's awesome. It's so good.
Because my family, my extended family, they get to go on lots of trips. And I was having a moment of jealousy, not wanting to see their pictures. And feeling sorry for myself that, just feeling sorry for myself that I haven't been to the same places. So last night, again, this would have derailed me for a long time. So last night, I took a moment to write out what I was feeling. And I wrote out, like, wow, they get to go to lots of places, and I don't. And so then I got curious, and I asked myself.
I love curiosity. It's the best.
You've taught me that, Hayley. Getting curious is good. Curious is good. And also the other thing is also to give gratitude for that messenger of jealousy.
Ooh.
Down saying, oh no, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. Oh no, I am. And I needed to get that out and see it and be aware of it and just be curious and not think, oh, that's a bad thing. No, just kind of be curious about it. Why is it there? So then I asked myself, is this absolutely true? Meaning the statement that I said of, I don't get to go anywhere. Is that absolutely true? And then I also asked, is it absolutely true that they get to travel different places? Well, yes, it's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked at the second statement, is it absolutely true that I don't get to go anywhere? No, that is not true. That is absolutely not true. And then I asked myself, then I sat with that. And then I asked myself, where would I be without that thought of they get to travel and I don't get to go anywhere? Because I looked at it and I said, it's true for them, but it's, I get to go places, maybe not the same places, but maybe I don't want to go to the same places, and that's okay. That's good. That's not, it's just okay. It is what it is. And then I thought, where would I be without that thought? And the word that came to my mind was excitement. I would feel excited for them. So instead of that space connecting us of jealousy, in that moment, I chose to take the jealousy out and put the excitement in. And you know what? It was so cool. It just changed. It changed everything. It changed how I looked at it. It changed how I focused on the places I have been. And then I chose to just go to bed like this. Go to bed giving gratitude for the places I have been able to go to and that I have been able to travel to.
Wow. What a turnaround. What a bounce back. Okay. So when you talk about writing down your thoughts, how do you interrupt that pattern? I do neuro-linguistic programming, and the whole idea with that is to change our old habits that no longer serve us for our best good, and empower us with new patterns, new behavior, new decisions and choices and options and possibilities, so that we can live our best lives, right? So when you talk about writing down, how did you get to the point of starting to change that pattern? I'm so curious about this.
Oh, that's a good question. Um, so I've been working on it already.
Yeah.
I've been taking triggers, taking things that have happened that make me feel different, that are changing how I feel inside in a way that I don't want to feel. Kind of is, oh, I feel that.
I love it.
That's true. I feel that. Taking things that have happened that are changing my mood, my energy. In the past, I was not aware that in that moment that something happened, that my thoughts would kind of in a way bring me down. And now I am.
You're aware.
Because I've been practicing this. I know, and it's things that you have helped me do, Hayley, things that I have been reading about, things I've been thinking about, to be aware of that, of any feeling that happens that changes my mood. And I look at it as a messenger. And instead of saying, oh no, like, or trying to stuff that message back down.
Yes. Right. Not be afraid about it. Not be afraid of that message.
Yes.
Like, actually, we want the message.
Yeah.
I think we're just like programmed in our lives for whatever reason. It's nobody's fault, but this is how we are. We're programmed to stuff it. We're programmed to be like, ooh, that's scary. I don't want that. I'm going to fear you because you might make me uncomfortable. But really what we get to do is face it. Because as it comes up and we're like, oh, and we take a curiosity look at it, and we take a non-judgment look at it. Like, you're interesting. I'm going to just set you in front of me, and I'm going to look at you for a minute, and I'm going to see what's going on with you and where you're coming from. And are you really even me, or are you from my past? You know, and it's okay if you're a part of me, but I'm going to identify you. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to replace you with something that's going to bring up my vibration, that's going to raise my frequency, that's going to help me be happier.
And then we can move forward from yes. And instead of allowing whatever it is to kind of derail us, like hold us stuck for, I don't know, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, more than that.
Even years.
Yes, even years.
Years. We can get stuck for years.
Yes. And that moment we can choose to change it. So here's actually a really cool thing is I used to, instead of being aware of it, I knew that my mood had shifted kind of in a lower, like going down, if you will, if that's how we could describe it.
Yeah.
So I would start thinking, okay, I'm going to say all the things I'm grateful for. So then I can kind of bring that mood back up.
Right. You're like, I'm going to force this. I'm going to feel better. Yeah.
And it does help because I truly believe gratitude changes things.
Yeah.
But it changes things once we allow whatever it is, that messenger, to come and give us a message where, like you said, to bring it up and see it and then process it and change it. And then we can give the gratitude.
Yes.
It's
hard to feel gratitude when you are sliding down into that meth. You know, it's like that meth feeling. It's hard to feel gratitude. In fact, I don't know if it's possible. So we have to do something before we yes, you can try. And you can eventually, it's almost like, they say, if you fake a laugh enough and you keep faking it and you keep trying to laugh, eventually you will actually laugh. So it could be like that, where you're practicing gratitude and eventually you pull yourself out of it. But this is much more effective because you don't just stuff it. You actually like, I don't want you feeling, go away. Wait a minute. You got to deal with it. You got to face it. It's like Louise Hay, who says, she's one of my favorites. She says, you got to clean the house before you can, or you got to see the dirt before you can clean the house, So that's the dirt. We got to welcome the dirt. We got to see the dirt, right?
Yes. Or even like when you have a splinter, you can't keep putting a Band-Aid over it and think, like, you have to get the splinter out in order for it to heal.
Yes.
Section. I had a sty on my eye that was so big. Oh my gosh. There was so much infection in there that I had to get it out in order for it to heal. And then, like, going back to your laughter analogy, we can laugh and then we can actually feel it. But why not go to the core first and really get whatever it is out, like get that dirt out, get that stuff out, and then you can bring the flowers in.
Yes, I love that. Bring the flowers in so they can blossom.
So that is the skill, which and powerful is first being aware that there's a shift in energy, and then going and writing it out like a story. And this is just a quick version of how I do it. Just a super.
Yeah.
And after that, seeing it, being aware of it, bringing it out, whatever it is that's bothering me, how it's bothering me, how that's affecting me, and then asking questions, being curious about it. Like you've said, being curious about whatever it is and asking some specific questions. So when you said, how did I do that? It's been a process. It's been a practice. I'm making it a habit. I'm making it something that I desire to do because I desire to change my mood, my energy in a matter of minutes instead of in a matter of days. Whatever that is, whatever that was in the past, because I want to just keep going forward instead of feeling that yuckiness and letting it sit and stay. I want to feel good. I want to feel good and to move forward. So those questions really help me to see whatever it is. I brought it out. It's the story. Those questions help me to see the truth. And then they also help me just to turn it around. And then I can use the gratitude.
I love that. So maybe in this episode that we're having here, this little session, we could put in the notes some questions that you ask yourself to help others. That would be kind of cool if we did that.
Yes.
Okay. Very, very good.
Yep.
And it's, yeah.
Here's what I was thinking is that this episode changed because I had a message. I had a message that I felt off today. And look for those messages. Look for those messengers.
Yes.
And be grateful for them because they're bringing you a message. Those people are bringing you a message, and you want to find that message so then you can be uplifted and move forward, and keep moving forward, and not feel stuck or derailed.
Right, because you were able to use your tools. We tapped before. Right. And maybe we can end this with tapping just to show them that's another way so they can write in their journals or, they can write down stuff. And we can write down the thoughts that we're having that are coming up for us. Like one of the questions we like to talk and ask ourselves is, what's on my heart today? And kind of bring it to the surface. Right. So they can write, or we can write, what is on my heart today? And then what is that? And then kind of go from there and just getting curious about it. So maybe we could do a little tapping to show them this is another way they can also do it if they don't have paper and a pencil.
Yes. And to also watch your episode on what's bothering me.
Oh yeah. I could put that in the link as well.
Fantastic way, a skill to to process what's bothering you and a way to move forward.
Good. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And do you think that it takes just one time or several times or
As many times.
multiple times?
A practice.
It is a practice. That's the thing, is these skills and these tools, they are practices. Okay. So Julie, would you mind me asking you what's on your heart so we can use it as an example here? Would that be okay if you get a little vulnerable with us?
Well, I actually feel so much.
You feel so good. Okay.
But
well, I'm gonna take it to how what do we do here? Because there's a thought that just came in. So give me a second. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna show them how to tap in love and that sort of thing. Because there is a way to release and to lift and let go. And we'll do that in another time. But this time, let's bring in more of the goodness.
Perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I want you to lead it because you're so good at this. And I might add a couple of things, but you're so good at this, bringing in the love. So we start with the crown of our head. So in this moment, I feel
love.
I feel love. I feel gratitude.
I feel gratitude.
I feel peace.
I feel humility. And I choose to completely and wholly love and accept myself.
Wonderful. Okay, go to the inside of the eyebrow. At this moment, I am feeling.
At this moment, I am feeling that I want to allow more of this to happen. More of this awareness.
I invite this awareness in.
Invite this awareness. Oh, I like that.
I choose to see more.
I choose to see more. Yes.
Because what we look for, we see.
Absolutely.
And what we focus on grows.
Yes.
Okay, go under the eyes. At this moment, and you fill in the blank.
At this moment, I accept. I accept what is happening. I accept me. With all
What
my
a beautiful thing to accept yourself. Yes. Underneath the nose.
At this moment, I choose, this is coming up again, I choose to allow good things to happen because they have in the past.
The chin.
In this moment, I choose this. I choose this awareness. I choose me.
I love that. So good. And the collarbone. In this moment.
I choose love. Excitement.
Yes.
Fascination.
Ooh.
Hope. Healing. An extraordinary day.
Under the arm.
In this moment, I choose me again and again and again. Not anyone else.
Beautiful. Bring it in, baby.
This is what I wanted to start with. I hug myself.